always has been since he was born, and he is a guy who's
That's pretty Ricky Conlon. Pretty Ricky Conlon. What is he? 38-0 with 28 KOs. The Rocky Creed character. Tistry Controversy. This is Tistry Controversy Live. 27-2-1 with 17 KOs. The WBC, the Green Belt Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Tony Bellew, Tony the Bomber Bellew, is going to be taking on American BJ Flores. Now, here's how I look at the fight. For those who have been around, or if you're new, I've covered Tony Bellew for the last 4 years, 5 years or so. What was the fight? Was it the first Nathan Cleverly fight? I don't believe it was the first Nathan Cleverly fight. It may have been Adonis Stevenson or the fight before that. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, he seems to get a lot of hate over there in the UK, and I'm not really sure why. It was good to see in his last fight him sell out. Well, I don't know if it was sold out, but to see him fighting in a stadium after coming off of being the villain in a Rocky movie. Now, that's a big deal. I mean, being in a Rocky movie is a big deal, and he was in a good Rocky movie. It's not like he was in Rocky 5 or nothing. Rocky 5 was all right, but that's like, low tier. The best Rockies, in my opinion, is Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa, Rocky 3, and then Creed. I didn't really like Creed too much, but it was a critically acclaimed movie. And he's got that piece of history to say, I worked in a Rocky Balboa movie, because basically it is a Rocky Balboa movie. He's going to be taking on BJ Flores. When is that fight? That is October the 15th, 2016, in the Echo Arena in his home of Liverpool. Here's how I feel about BJ. Here's how I feel about BJ Flores. If you don't know, he's been you can now say, a somewhat veteran NBC boxing commentator. He was commentating on NBC when Main Events was still having the promoter of Kovalev was controlling boxing on NBC, and now he's working with PBC on NBC. He's had big fights with Babette Shumanov, in a fight where the movement of Babette Shumanov, a lot of movement, just frustrated him. Australians, Danny Green, and for the most part, that's really about it. When you look at Tony Bellew, he had Adonis Stevenson. When he got knocked out, he's had those 2 fights with Nathan Cleverly. The first fight, in my opinion, he kind of got robbed. In the second fight, a lot of people thought that was a shit pay-per-view, but I didn't pay for it on pay-per-view over here. But still, I thought it was a good fight. Nathan Cleverly just didn't do shit. And a fight where a lot of people thought that he may, he probably was going to get knocked out when he fought Makabu, when he won that WBC title. So, looking at his resume, I mean, he's not, he fought Isaac Chilemba twice. He's not a bad fighter. Edison Miranda on the end of his career. But the thing is, for what I've read and what I've researched, a lot of fans over in the UK don't appreciate him. I'm thinking, well, damn, what did he do wrong? Is it his attitude? Did he, maybe it's because, the way he talks about old fish eyes, no disrespect, but I don't know why he's not universally accepted over there like he should be. I mean, after all, I'll say it again. If Sly Stallone call you up, and they say, yeah, let's get Tony Bellew, he'd be the perfect villain, for Creed, and he's still undefeated. He won the fight, on the movie. So, and then he had to go to jail or something. He was like pretty Ricky Conlon. Tony Bellew's character in Creed was like a Black Irish Floyd Mayweather. That's basically the best way to sum it up. But here's what I feel. I feel that I believe BJ Flores is 37 years old. Let me check. I believe that he is on, he's 37, like somewhat of his last legs as a title. I mean, like to get a title, because if you look at his resume, like literally he's been active, outside of not fighting in 2013 and once in 2015, but he really hasn't, fought anybody, He really hasn't fought anybody, I mean, Danny Green gave him issues. Danny Green beat him, and even though it was in Australia, still, it's just like he's not a bad fighter. It just seems as though something's missing. He doesn't have that extra gear. He doesn't put his foot, on the gas. And I'm thinking maybe he should move to heavyweight. maybe that'll be more better suited for him. But this is a fight where I feel that Tony Bellew is just going to outbox him. You know, Tony Bellew is a very good overall, technically sound, boxer. Yeah, he could be a bit, as you guys over the UK call it, chinny. You know, he's touched the canvas and he's been hurt. Wait, has he touched the canvas? I forgot. It's late. It's early. Whatever you want to call it. It's 6:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've officially been up for 24 hours. So excuse me if my knowledge is a little off. But basically, I've seen Tony Bellew rocked before, and I think he has been on a canvas before. I don't remember, and it was in a recent fight that I covered. I just can't remember right now. But I don't feel that that BJ Flores has the that extra gear to be able to outbox or get Tony Bellew out of there. That's just my personal opinion. It's going to be on October the 15th, 2016, on Sky Sports. I don't think they're going to do it on Sky Sports box office. And then it's rumored that Tony Bellew may be moving up to heavyweight after that to maybe pursue a fight with David Haye, because after this BJ Flores fight, he's going to have to fight Gregory Drox, whose belt that is anyway, but it was he was hurt, so basically he couldn't he basically, I don't know, did he get stripped, or did they just make him like a champion in recess or something like that? But as far as the cruiserweight division, you got Dennis Lebedev, who's right now about 230 pounds in a recent picture I've seen of him, and you got Marco Huck, you got Glowacki, and I just don't know how Tony Bellew matches up with them. In fact, I don't think he matches up very good with Glowacki or Lebedev, who's a unified champion. But maybe he could, with Steve Cunningham. But with Droz out there, I forgot how to pronounce his name. I'm probably messing it up. It's Drozd. He's Alexander Povetkin's promoter, Andre Rabinski's fighter as well. But he's pretty good, and he's coming back for his belt. Whether it's going to be, at cruiserweight, or if he's going to probably, move to heavyweight, which I doubt. Also you got Usyk, who's going to be fighting Glowacki. So the cruiserweight division is very deep. It's just not deep with American names, and I can understand what BJ Flores is trying to do, because even if he loses to Tony Bellew, there's still other routes he can go. But I'm interested in the fight because I want to see if BJ Flores can finally, get to that next gear, get to that next level. Because, he had his chance with the Shumenov fight, and he couldn't figure Shumenov out. And remember, Shumenov is a former light heavyweight that fought Bernard Hopkins. And the way he was moving around that ring, and the way BJ Flores was just following him around, he just didn't do enough. And when you look at the other fight I was talking about, the Danny Green fight, same thing. The movement, he just didn't do enough. So we'll have to see. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. I doubt that this fight will be televised in the United States, but of course I'll be able to watch it. Go to my social media, to my Instagram at TST Controversy, Twitter at T Street Live, and Facebook at T Street Controversy Live. All the links are right down below in the description box. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live.